Hi guys, how are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. For those of you who are new, my name is Eva. And for those of you who are coming back, as always, thank you so much for coming back. Welcome to another MLM shit show. Today, I'm kinda wearing something nice for a change. It's a gloomy Saturday. I'm supposed to go for a date. At first, I wasn't even sure how to put it. I thought it was supposed to be like this. And I was like, that doesn't look right. And then I realized, oh, this is how it's supposed to be worn. This all is a lie though, because I'm wearing blue sweatpants. I also dyed my hair. Thank you for noticing. If you noticed, it's way too dark. I'm using L'Oreal and it's supposed to be light brown color. But yeah, they always turn nearly black in the beginning, but I know it's gonna wash off. When it washes off a little bit, it's gonna be a nice light brown. Take a look at the graph if you've been enjoying my content for a while, or if you're new here and if you're into anti-MLM, I would really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, join our little community here. Today, we are here for another top MLM fails, and I do have a big question because I think NoShameSalesGame is not with Roden and Fields anymore. I believe she's with Arbonne. I believe she pivoted a while back, a few weeks ago. So if anyone has any information about that, could you tell me down below, because I'm very confused. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that she's Arbonne now. So we have a few stuff from her, we have a few videos. I don't know how to speak today. I'm just gonna put a little disclaimer in here. I can't say that anymore, apparently. So let's begin. I think we're just gonna begin with the interview.
You're regional vice president. You were top sponsor globally in October of 2021. I know you earned some prestigious award, but I don't even know how to pronounce it. So say it so Arbonne people know that
Debbie Loughnane Award. So she's the #1 income earner in Australia. She's passed away, but her business still ticks over. So she has a prestige award that they give out each year, and I earned it this year. So, it's for last year. So yeah, pretty amazing. Yeah, and it's not, and it doesn't just go on your business metrics. It goes on like things like your culture and what you add and extra added value and everything.
That's a huge deal.
Pretty big deal, yeah, pretty much.
Wow. Oh, I love like merit-based awards as well. Like that's humongous.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how long have you been with Arbonne?
I've been with Arbonne 7 years in April. 7 years ago.
Gosh.
Yeah.
We're veterans here.
Yeah, we are.
Oh my gosh. So I know it's been 7 years, but tell me, like, what did you think about network marketing before? Because I feel like in Australia, there's also different, like, it's different. When I have girls in Australia, and it was a very, like, different perspective in Australia. So I would love to know what you thought about it.
100%. You know, when I first launched or started my business, I didn't tell one friend. That's how different it was. For my business launch, I actually invited, because I worked at a gym, I invited members from the gym to my launch in my house.
No.
Yeah, I swear to God. No, I think I had one friend there and a few of my clients that I was training, but that's how kind of people looked at you like, what are you doing kind of thing. Like, and I was never tell my friends for a long time in the beginning of my business. It was just, yeah.
So, okay. So then riddle me this, and I want to talk about this more because I feel like people don't want to get uncomfortable, right? So I feel like inviting people, like members from the gym, is honestly more like uncomfortable. They're like in your house, you're having these like people in your house.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I think when you're at work as well, you got a different face on, right? Like you're like in a gym, so you've got to be motivating, you're inspiring, you got to tell them to do push-ups and all this stuff. And then your friends don't train or don't eat well anyway, so they don't really care about that. So then for me to go and do this like side gig kind of thing, they just, didn't tell them, didn't understand it until I started showing the phases. Yeah.
Right. So what made you decide, like what was going on in your life, like right before you joined? Like what made you feel like I'm going to do this, even though I'm not going to tell any of my friends?
Okay, so I was a solo mum at the time, and I was working 3 jobs. So I did personal training clients before, then I managed the gym throughout the day, And then on the weekends, I did bar work. And I think I needed money. Like I remember my kids were starting like kindy and year 7, so new schools, and I needed extra money for school fees. So I was already working so many jobs, and my best friend Mel, she read all the info, and she's like, we need to do this. You can kind of do it just, in your nooks and crannies. And I was like, okay, if you say so. So I just said yes. Yeah.
Oh, you're like everybody's dream.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of proof. I mean, if she's interviewing top representatives from Arbonne, that's just kind of advertising Arbonne itself. And like I said, I see her using Arbonne hashtags all the time now. I haven't seen a single Roden and Fields hashtag or anything. Right off the bat here, we see them. I mean, I appreciate her story. She was a single mom working 3 jobs. That must have been tough on its own, like without trying the MLM thing on the side. Like if you have kids and you have 3 jobs, you barely have time for your kids anyway with those 3 jobs. And then on the side, if you're doing this side hustle, I mean, like I always say, this is really, really time consuming. I think most of us know. Like social media, cold messaging, trying to connect with other people, just Instagram itself, it just all takes a lot of time. It might sound like, oh, all you have to do is like 10 minutes a day, but you can't do much in 10 minutes a day, even on social media when you're trying to cold message. Obviously, she's doing well now, but it's sad to hear that her friend pulled her in knowing that she has 3 jobs and kids, and she still pulled her into this thing. I don't like the fact that she is using that part of her story. I was a single mom, it was really hard for me, but let's just continue.
And so I know we've talked about this, but how did you have like a fast start, slow start? What was it?
Extremely like, so I think it was like, maybe it was typical, but I think when you watch other people who go really fast in front of you, it feels a lot slower.
Oh my God.
And things like, I feel like when you're not vulnerable and honest and have normal conversations when you first start, it's a long process. I think, and no one taught us back then on how to have a normal conversation. It was very long scripted, and I followed the rules. I followed the scripts. Yeah, right. And I didn't know any better. So I did all that stuff, and it worked. Like I had some people join, like it worked at the time, but
also the game was really different 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So if we're still doing like anything from 7 years ago, like it's outdated. Like anything in any industry, like that's what I think people don't like take into consideration. Like, well, this worked when I started, or like whatever. Like, I wouldn't be using anything the same from 7 years ago.
100%. Like personal training, for example. I remember when I first got in the fitness industry, I was 18, and people used to think personal trainers were scammers. They'll rip you off. They were overcharged. And now I think every single person or second person has a personal trainer. So it does evolve.
But even the personal training space has evolved. I mean, I remember 7 years ago it was like everything 100 calorie, low stuff, no carbs, no this. And it's like, don't lift weights because it makes, and now everybody's like, eat all the carbs, lift all the things. And it's like, what's happening? But it's all different, and you have to keep up with it. And I feel like some people, so somebody's saying times are changing. Yeah. Always evolving. Okay, so what else do I want to ask you? I know that because we're friends, like I know your bio says that you're like taking the ick out of network marketing, right? Talking about these like outdated things, but what does that look like to you? Like taking the ick out of it? Obviously the long messages, but what does that mean?
I think helping people just be their authentic, like I feel like when people start, they think they have to be somebody, but just trying to be have a normal conversation. And this is all from you, to be perfectly honest. Like, have the normal conversation like you would for your best friend at the supermarket about the business. Like, it's not it's not science, brain science, but it's simple. And I think what I've been doing is I've been teaching my team and anyone that comes in is just be normal. Like, you don't have to be a certain persona. You don't have to do anything differently. Just be you, like you right now. You sign up. And I think it makes my team right now just flourishing because they're just having like normal conversations.
Like, I don't know, like I can't tell you how many times I've seen like a normal human join a network marketing company, and then they do a complete 180, and it's like, hey sweet sugar bums, like I just love you so much, and like, hey babes, like it's so weird. And they start saying, hey, sweet friend. I'm like, what is
Yeah.
this? Like, what is happening? Yeah. Like, Jem, people overcomplicate it. Absolutely. And like, as humans, we sell stuff all the time. Like, as friends, like I was with a girlfriend, we went away for a weekend last month, and it got to be like laughable because we were like, oh my God, we're selling each other things all day. It was like, I was like, where did you get that top? And she's like, oh my God, here. And she's like, where did you get those glasses? And I was like, you're just constantly selling back and forth. And then
yeah, like this jumper. How many people ask me about my jumper? The books you read, like it's just like everything's a transaction when you really think about it.
Okay, well, I think we've seen enough from this. Obviously, things change. We keep learning, we keep progressing, we keep getting educated, especially when it comes to personal training and just fitness in general. Of course, like things have changed because we have learned that no, carbs are not bad. Like, no, there's no bad food out there. It's all about balance, right? Yes, obviously things changed. And she said at the beginning, 7 years ago, she had really long scripts called messages, and this is not what they do now anymore. Now what they do is have conversations with people, which, like I always say, in my personal opinion, that is manipulating people, because you're only connecting with those people with the goal of getting personal financial benefits off of them. You just want to sell to them and recruit them to your team, which makes that connection ingenuine. It's not genuine. Isn't genuine a word? I don't know. They are fake connections. It's just manipulating people, pretending that you care about them in order to get something for yourself from that. I'm out of breath. And again, I find it really funny how they said just be yourself, be authentic, be normal, whatever. But every single Arbonne training or onboarding call that we've seen so far, every single one of the coaches mentioned duplicating the system and then just tweaking it a little bit to make it personal. So how is it personal, authentic, and you if you're just duplicating what successful people are doing? She might not be saying that to her team, but Arbonne in general is the single MLM where I hear the word duplicate the most, by far the most. So anyway, let's just move on to a few posts from NoShameSalesGame. She says, of course I care what people think, just not enough to miss out on a chance to monetize the recommendations I'm already making. I'd love for you to like me, Jan, but your opinion doesn't pay my bills and network marketing does. Feel free to get on board or get out of the way. So this ties nicely to the end, what she said. Oh, I went on a trip with my friend and we realized that we're just selling stuff to each other and everything is a transaction. That was their conclusion to the whole thing, that everything is a transaction, which is kind of weird to me. It's just a weird thing to live by. Like, not everything has to be a transaction. Yeah, you can share the stuff that you like with your friends without getting anything in return. You can go on social media and share a product that you like without expecting to be paid from that company. And this mentality that if you're not getting paid for it, don't talk about it, don't recommend it to people, is just weird. Like, you're not buying products off of just one company. There's so many different companies that you buy stuff from, whether it's clothes, supplements, foods, whatever. What are you supposed to do? You're not gonna talk about it unless they're gonna promote you or give you a discount code. Like, it's just such a weird mentality to me. But anyway, next one says, the average person can't cover a $400 emergency expense and you're trying to tell me network marketing is a scam. GTFO, Tina, eye roll. So she posted this before. I remember covering this same post before, but she keeps reposting this. And yes, it's very sad that an average person in the US can't afford $400 emergency expense, but network marketing is not gonna provide them that money. If you take a look at any of the income disclosure statement for any network marketing company out there, you're going to see that these people in average earn between 0 to 400 max per year, and most of them are not earning anything. So how are you saying that network marketing is the answer to get those extra 400? Anyway, next one. Hey everyone, something new is going to happen on my page. I'm going to be starting a business. I've always had frizzy curly hair growing up, but lately I've been seeing some curls come out. That encouraged me to find natural shampoo to help my hair. I'm excited to join Monat to start using their products and see where it takes my hair. Oh boy. Thank you for joining me in my journey. Bear with me as I figure everything out. I'm excited to see where it goes. So I just felt a little bit sad for this girl because she does have nice hair, and I really hope that Monat is not gonna cause breakage or hair falling out. It's always sad to see when a fresh, and this is a young person, I think she's not even 20. Next one's Monat again. It's a little bit cultish. We are Monat. We are one of the fastest growing companies in the beauty industry in North America. Maybe an MLM company, but they're definitely not the fastest growing beauty company of all, but we know that they like to say these things. All of our products are clinically tested and approved by scientists. We are the only anti-aging hair care line on the market. Did I mention that the products are 100% vegan? All of our products have no silicones, sulfates, parabens, harsh chemical harmful fragrances, Leaping Bunny certified, National Hair Loss Association approved. Wow. I'm hoping to find some routine, but the camera is mine, the ring light is mine, the microphone is my boyfriend's, the computer that I'm recording on is my boyfriend's. I don't have any technology at the moment of my own because my laptop decided to die after 5 years, and it was in the middle of pandemic when I was unemployed, so I couldn't afford to get a new one. So my boyfriend gave me his laptop, and he bought a computer for himself. And also this apartment is shitty and tiny, and if he's home, obviously he has nowhere else to go. So I'm trying to record at the days where he's not here, and it's really hard because my working hours are 9 to 6, so it's kind of hard to figure out a routine here. But I hope during this summer or sometime during this year that I will be able to have more free time. I want to do a few collaborations as well with other creators, stuff like that. I want to be able to do that. Maybe even a live video. Who knows? Would you like to see me go live? I'm so terrified of that. I don't know how awkward that would be, but if you guys are up for it, I will try to do it once. Not promising anything anytime soon though. Anyways, next one is a reel.
People think I'm obsessed with this, but I'm okay with it. I am obsessed with it. And I think this is an obsession that doesn't hurt anyone.
So I see this a lot, them saying, oh, I'm obsessed with this company. A lot of people leave me comments as well on my videos being like, I've never been obsessed with my company or my employer, and I've had some really good employers and benefits and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's true. I've had some good employers, good bosses, great benefits at work, great pay, but I would never say that I'm obsessed with my employer or the company that I work with. It's just it's a little bit strange, isn't it? Anyway, next one.
Are you in love?
Huh?
Are you in love with anybody in your life presently?
You, myself.
Well, it just started lashing outside, so I don't think our date night is gonna happen tonight. I hate rain. I just don't want to go out when it's raining. Anyway, this one was the same one. Again, I've never been obsessed with my employer or my company, no matter how good the conditions I had. It's just a weird thing to say about your employer or the company you work for. So her caption says, I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all why I'm obsessed with Monat. Besides the fact that I get paid 5 times a month. Again, that's nothing new. People get paid weekly. People get bonuses as well on their normal jobs. People get paid for overtime that they do in a month. So this is not something new or something that just Monat does. But also the income disclosure statement shows that most of the people don't get paid 5 times a month. They barely get paid once a month. But anyway, first, honestly, I love the fact that it is a vegan product. Second, I'm surrounded by inspiring, confident, successful, beautiful ladies. Third, I have wonderful mentors. I just realized I forgot to blur the tags. Fourth, it has me looking good, feeling good physically and mentally. Fifth, it fucking actually works, and I could keep on and on and on. I think I'm funny. Okay, maybe that's a reference to a song that I'm not familiar with. Anyways, I don't know, it really sounds like success to me. Win-win kind of situation, and who doesn't want that? You could have this too, ask me how. It's a win-win situation. The income disclosure statement would beg to differ, and a lot of people who were in Monat but are not anymore would also beg to differ. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. So next one. Monat isn't a real job. You have 2 kids and should focus more on school. And then this is her response.
Looks like someone's mad. Go cry a about it, bitch. Damn, son.
And then at the end it says, been a present mother for 2 years, there for every milestone, going on 6 vacations this year, 4 with my kids. So that was a message that she got from someone who's following her. First of all, yeah, I get some people get frustrated with MLMs and with MLM reps, but I would never recommend for you to actually go and message these kind of things to these people. Me and a lot of other creators always say, like, whatever you have to say, just please leave it in the comments down below. Don't go onto these people's profiles and leave them comments or send them messages. You doing that is not going to change their minds. They are being taught that the haters are jealous. So if they keep getting messages like that, they're just gonna think, oh, they're just doing this because they're jealous of my success, whatever. So you're kind of just, I know the intention behind it is, I guess, good, but it's just pushing them further deeper into the MLM because they are taught that whoever sends the messages like this is just jealous. So if you know what I mean, I hope that makes sense, but like never, don't try to contact them. Let's just leave everything in the community. Maybe they see some anti-MLM videos over time and maybe they realize that, you know, it's an unethical business practice. But anyway, so in the caption she also says, this is actually the first personal text that I got about Monet, and to be honest, it didn't hurt me because the person that texted me doesn't even have a passport. Don't underestimate the determination of a parent. They are definitely blocked from my phone, but you're gonna see this happiness hunty, and that's on someone PC potty ass baby. I don't understand this sentence, so like I said, and the caption proves that you sending these kind of messages, it doesn't matter if you're coming from a good point of view, if you want to help them, you know, it doesn't matter what your intentions are with those messages. They're never gonna work because they have to come around by themselves, on themselves. Does that even make sense? I don't know. I don't know how to speak today, but I have 2 more videos to record before my boyfriend's back, and since it's lashing, the match might be stopped, so I kind of have to wrap this up here. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please click that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, join our little community here, and thank you to all of you nice people who are supporting me. If you're not coming from my social media, feel free to check me out. I'm gonna link my Instagram down below, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.